Hello friends, it is Mrs. P. Happy hump day. It's Wednesday. Oh my goodness, I just woke up from a nap. My husband and my daughter are at a soccer game. I had the whole house to myself. I knew I had to do this video. I laid down on the couch. I was like, I'm just going to lay here for a minute and then I'm going to get up and film the video. That was an hour ago. And so I woke up and I said, I have to get this done. So here I am to do my check-in and my budget for our last week of September. Cannot believe it. September has flown by, but so has the whole 2025, you know? It just, time, it just gets away from you. I feel like I'm always like working for the next thing that's coming, and it's just, I'm wishing my life away. But anyway, here we are to do the budget. So let's go ahead and just get into it. I want to get this done before they come home because they're going to want to tell me all about the soccer game. And yeah, so let's go ahead and do this. So we are going to start out with my rollover. This is for our fourth week. We're budgeting 5 weeks in September. So this is week number 4. We had $1,212.38 in rollover. My pen is not wanting to write very good. Let me switch it out. Mr. Income, Mr. P, his income came in at $1,010.38. And then other came in at $200, just as expected. So our income was $2,422.76. All right, moving down to our bills. These are like things that we know are coming. These are fixed expenses, except for the power bill. The power bill has just a mind of its own, sitting at $465. Holy cow. But we paid at $464.54. Hopefully that comes down this next month. If not, we are going to have to see what's going on with it, because that we, even in like January, we don't have bills that high for power. So Spotify, $12.83. Hulu, $21.39. Guys, my son is calling. I'm going to answer this and I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I was getting a phone call from my son who lives in Washington, and the time difference, like, you know, I just had this feeling I should answer it, so I did. And I'm glad I did, because he had a rough day at work. He is a physical therapy assistant, so he works, you know, at a rehab facility, and he had to call 911 for a patient of his today, and he was pretty upset about it because he's had some like past trauma with that. One of the first jobs he had right out of college and right after he got certified was working in a nursing home, and that was the summer of 2020, and they had an outbreak there, and he lost a lot of his patients, and gosh, it was hard to get him through that. That was really tough. He was, you know, 23 years old and having to experience that. You know, that was a lot for everybody. So anyway, I just want to like get my mind back to what I need to be doing. My phone just gave me a notification that the battery is almost dead and I've got to get this video filmed. So, all right. So where were we? We were doing our fixed expenses. I had gone over our 3 bills. We had power, Spotify, and Hulu. I also was playing with my pen and had a pen explosion. But this was $499.76. And that gives us like an even amount, $1,923 to like bring down. Then in this area, we had our sinking funds and savings. You can see where I had pen. I was trying to clean myself up, and then I was like, you know what? I've just got to get this video done. So we have $180 for sinking funds, $400 for savings. That was $580, and so that left us with $1,343. Moving up to our variable expenses, groceries stayed the same. Pets and households stay the same. Mr. P did go over. He must have subscribed to some other app. I'm not sure. It was 1604, but I'm taking it out of this. I don't know. I didn't ask him about it because it was late when I was going over the budget last night. Miss P, eating out, gas, and giving, and nothing for unbudgeted. All right, so this area was $416.04, leaving us with $926.96. We didn't have any debts that we had to pay this past week, so that stays the same, $926.96. And then Bank of America, we made the regular payment. I say regular payment. This wasn't the regular payment. This is the payment that I've been $60 every week extra toward the debt. So this is $866.96, and that is what we will start our new last of the month budget with. So $866.96. Okay, so let me quickly go over and do our variable expenses. Okay, so we had groceries. Did pretty good on groceries. I did go 2 places. I did add it up and put it all in one because I'm running out of space here. But $9.22, and I'm actually gonna like scooch it up. We went to Walmart, and then I had to go back. I forgot to get milk, so I had to do two different days, but it's all at the same place. So $126 on groceries. Pets $9.22 at Walmart. We spent $47. Household $9.22 at Walmart. I spent $19. Some of that was a new outdoor rug, and I decided to go ahead and take it out of household because I had the money in there, and that's what I considered it, part of household expenses. We needed a new outdoor rug. I haven't bought a new outdoor rug in a while, and it was definitely time for a new one. Eating out. We had not planned to eat out, but my daughter had a church, like a function. No, this is not the 19th. I mean, not the 22nd, it's this 19th. They had, like, I know when I was a teenager, our church for the youth, they would do lock-ins. Well, they did a camp out. So all the kids slept in tents, and they had, like, devotion around the fire and stuff like that. Well, my husband and I were like, well, what are we going to do? We already had a date night planned for the 20th with some friends of ours. But I was like, I don't feel like cooking. And so we decided to pick up a pizza. And typically our pizzas are around $10, but I wanted extra cheese on it so bad. So I did, and that was $14. I don't know if you even care to know all that, but there it is. Gas, I did buy gas twice this week. On the 18th, I got gas in my car for $35. And then again on the 23rd, I got gas, which was yesterday, and that was also $35. I wasn't completely out, but I knew I needed to go ahead and get some gas just to fill it up. I have been doing a lot of running back and forth, and then when we went on date night, that was, in a town next to us, so, Anyway, and then no more unbudgeted. So that is all of our variable expenses that we track. And so hopefully I can get through the rest of this video before my battery runs out in my phone, because I don't want to have to stop again and then charge my battery and then piece all the parts together. All right, so this is going to be our last week of September. I've got to scooch up in my chair. I feel like I'm like leaning in too much. Okay, so this is going to be for September 25th through the 30th. All right, so we've got rollover, $866. Is that what I said? $866? Yeah. I don't pull over the change yet. I wait until we are checking in, and then I'll deal with the change. Mr. P, 1,000, and then other, we are expecting $350. So our total income should be $22.16. Okay, moving down to our bills, we've got Verizon. I did call and get it lowered again, and so this time it should stay I don't know. Verizon does what Verizon wants to do. About $400 for our Verizon bill. Farm Bureau is our insurance, so $169. That is our car insurance. We pay for my father-in-law to be on our policy, cover like the camper, things like that. So I feel like that's a pretty good price compared to what some people's insurance. I've seen some really high insurance bills. Now our power bill is very high compared to others, but our insurance bill I feel like is pretty good. We have changed a few times in the last, I don't know, 5 to 10 years. And Farm Bureau is more of a local, it's like our local insurance people. So our YouTube premium is $25. Apple storage, that's going to be $10. And then Mr. P Hobby, and that's $49. So our bills and expenses is $653. And that will leave us with $1563. All right, then to our sinking funds. So for sinking funds this week, we are going to have $175. Savings is $400. And that will be $575 total, and that leaves us with $988. Moving up here. I'm just going to go ahead and start filling these in while I talk. This is supposed to be a pretty low-key weekend for us, but my daughter has already started asking, when are we going to start doing the Halloween stuff? She loves Halloween. She loves fall. And I said, okay, well, what you need to do is make a list of things like your priority, like what you want to do no matter what, and then like list it, you know, must do to can we, if we still have the funds and the time for it. And so haunted house and haunted maze are her top. My husband is going to do Halloween dance because she loves Halloween. She loves getting dressed up, and I don't know, we all do. We all love, you know, fun stuff like that. And the kids had so much fun at the last dance that he did. We don't do it to really make any money. We cover our expenses. We do it so my daughter and her friends and the kids her age have a place that is safe and they can have fun. They don't do school dances and stuff anymore, so that is for them. They do like proms and stuff, but not like just fun dances. So we are going to do that. We are going to do that November 1st, so it'll be the day after Halloween, and that's mainly because the venue that we used for the dances was not available until then, so that will be okay. So she has that to look forward to. So everything is staying the same as far as our expenses, our variable expenses. I'm just writing them down. You guys, if you've been with me, you know that I tweak them every now and then, but for the most part, they stay about the same. All right, so our variable expenses is $400, and that leaves us with $588. Our debt, I have my student loan. That is $498, and so that is the only one I have to pay this week. Only debt I have to pay, and that leaves us with $90. All right, now that I'm getting paid again, now that, you know, we're back in school and stuff, I am going to do the zero-based budget. So everything we have left over right at the end of the month, I put it towards debt. So Bank of America gets 90. So that leaves us with that zero-based budget. So hopefully everything goes as planned. You know, a budget is there to like keep you straight, but you can't dodge some of life's curveballs. So that is that. You know how that works. You just have to roll with the punches and hope that everything works out like they're supposed to. But anyway, I am going to get off of here because I'm afraid my camera is about to die, and I don't want to like have it like all at one time. So anyway, guys, I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, friends.